put a blueprint on a whiteboard of how I can make a career out of being an independent artist for myself and really blow up my career and get big with my music, with my videos, and everything that I'm doing with my career. And that's all right here, because it's hard for me to just wake up and just know exactly what to do. But I have this whiteboard so that I could have like a fucking game plan and just go based on that on a day-by-day basis. And I finally have really shortened it and made it more concise so that I could look at it and be more clear as to what I need to get done. Because if you guys saw my board from before, it just had a lot more things on it. So a lot of the time when I woke up and just looked at it, it just made it not as clear as to what I needed to do on a consistent basis. So I really just broke it down and just made it super concise and clear so that I don't have to like really read the entire board and just try to figure out what to do first and just figure out everything. And I just broke it down to make it a lot more easy and a lot more streamlined, so I'm not just like overwhelmed with a jumble of tasks to do. Like this is, it may seem even also like even overwhelming to y'all right now, but I promise you, it was worse before. And I want to break it down to y'all and show you exactly what it is that I have on this board. And you could really take this idea concept for yourself. This whiteboard was like $75 or such on Amazon. So it's good stuff. So if you need a whiteboard, Amazon. But yes, here I'm going to break it down as to what exactly is on this board so that you guys can take it for yourself as independent artists and just take concept and ideas for yourself and apply it to your journey as an independent artist as well. All right, so I wanted to have something that I could start out as the beginning of the day with and just have a clear understanding of what I need to do. So on the top of the board, I have Career Documentary Blueprint, as it's the name of it. Is day, the date of like what is it, the month is up there, as well as the day and the date as well. So 30th of May, Saturday. Check-in time, the time that I check in on my board, which is supposed to be 7 o'clock a.m. every single morning, is when I'm supposed to start. And then the week that we're going through, because I'm taking track of the weekly, the daily, the monthly, weekend as well, and let's track of like dates and schedules, so I know like every day what I need to do for real, and just keeping track of that. So really what I wanted to do is have it so I could go step by step. So really what I should be looking at first right here after I put in the actual date and time is just today, and it's very broken down only into 6 main things of what to complete that really encapsulate everything that I need to do, and taps into like different areas. But instead of just having like each individual thing, which I used to have like mad different shit, like I just have it more concise, which is first is document everything. And that entails of content, docuseries, IG story, and even more stuff than that as well. But that's really the basis of everything. Document everything. That's really the basis of my career, is just documenting my journey and documenting all of the things that I'm doing within my journey to showcase to you guys as my audience and show you guys the ins and outs so you can take it for yourselves, to take that like the things that I'm doing within my journey in my life and just take it for yourselves as well, to show you how you can grow it for yourselves, or even if you just want to just watch. It's for real. So just documenting everything, like how I'm doing now, how I'm doing with my like content and stuff like that. So a lot of time it's like difficult to just get in that mindset of just like really wanting to like trying to figure out what to shoot and what to make and what content to shoot. But really, if you just treat it like, hey, I'm just documenting my journey and just taking bits and pieces of shit and packaging it in a way, just presenting it to people in that way, is like it's a lot easier and it's a lot like better, and you get so much more and so much more natural and real. So just document the journey. Nurture fan base in terms of respond to comments and messages, comment, IG broadcast, Discord, note, YouTube community. That's something heavy that I've been slacking on lately, in terms of really tapping into with my audience and responding to comments and going live and talking to my audience directly, and like really connecting and nurturing my fan base and my audience, because like these are people who like support me. So Like, why would I not? I mean, I just be in my fucking depressive hole, so sometimes it's hard for me to do that. But that's something that's imperative for me to like put myself out there and actually show love and show like support to the people who support me. Like that's only like righteous for real. So that's what I gotta stay on. Number 3 of things to focus on today: stream. It's one of the most fucking slacked on things. I got an expensive PC a long time ago, and I barely stream. So that's something to stay on track of. Stream Twitch at 10 o'clock p.m. IG and TikTok, because IG and TikTok is more heavily where my audience is currently. So it's kind of like I need to stream on there as well, and it's like go live and talk to the audience and communicate. So that kind of goes hand in hand with this, and goes hand in hand with this. So all the first 3 go hand in hand for real. 4 is reach out to work with people. I am like a shell of a person in terms of like, well, I guess I'm just taking these as, as like things that are like reminding myself to get on top of, I guess. Well, yeah, I mean, everybody should get on top. So yeah, like I guess it's hard to like reach out to people sometime, and just like I be just like tunnel vision and locked in trying to work, but I'm kind of like, hey, I should also, collaboration is also amazing, and reaching out to people and collaborating with people, working with people is a great thing to do. So like that's something that you gotta continuously do. Take photos of me and around me. I take like no photos. I want to take more photos and pictures, so that I could have more of a presence on my social medias of like things that I'm doing, like my style and sense, and like how I look, as well as like the things that are around me and stuff like that. Practice my craft to be the greatest, and that's always what everybody is. We all have to do is practice and rehearse and train and get better and constantly improve on a daily basis. And that's the way that we get fantastic at what we're doing with our careers and we're doing with our passions. And so that's imperative. So that's just my structure of the day, of like today, right? So I'm thinking how I'm thinking of it, right? Is like that's my structure of today. Now, I mean, I could go right here, but that's not really the next thing for real. I feel like the next thing for real is like right here, because if I'm going based off of, okay, I wake up, right, fill that out, check off, like not check off, but like tap in with, like read like what everything I'm doing I need to do today. Now after today, I'm going, maybe I should write arrows. I don't want to fuck my board up, but let's do it together. So let's do 1, right, and then arrow to 2. Maybe that's dumb. I don't know. Let's just keep going. So weekday schedule, I feel like it should be the next thing to like really tap in with after I read off that, which is essentially the checklist of the day that I need to do on a daily basis in order to really fulfill everything that I need to do, and all my things I need to fulfill, and businesses and everything. So weekday schedule. 7 a.m. is referred to phone. 7 through 9 is referred to phone. So at 7 through 9 is when I wake up, and I have like a checklist on my phone, so I don't have to write everything right here. But it's essentially just wake up, meditate, exercise, wash my ass, eat healthy breakfast, just like normal things in the morning, in order to stay on track of like health and like mental health and like stuff like that as well, like physical health, mental health, stuff like that. Things to do in the morning time. So then 9 a.m. is when I'm be at my studio doing my studio work. Well, I don't have to be at my studio, but just working on my studio. In terms of, that's when I'm having my meetings, and really just working on my studio, engineering my studios that I'm the owner of. So that's 9 through 11. Then at 11, you do work on my underground developmental brand that I have, developmental artists, independent artist brand that I have. Work on that for a couple hours as well, because that's a business that I'm also trying to get more going as well, because like right now, like my studio is more established as a business right now, so I'm also trying to incorporate my UD business as well. So then at 1 o'clock p.m. is when I start working on my brand, Pure Donovan brand, in terms of my music, my documentaries, YouTube, films, acting. So there's just a whole lot of different things that I could be working on. So I'm working on that from 1 to 10. So that's really working on my personal brand. Gets the majority of the amount of time because there's so many aspects and layers of it that I have to delve into, and just like different things that I want to do. Like I want to make films, I want to act, I want to obviously the things I'm already doing with my documentaries and my music and my you know what I mean. So that requires a lot of time and effort. And then 10 o'clock p.m. is when I'm streaming on Twitch. And that's also can be like obviously like any of these things. Like I feel like definitely after this, these are the next two for sure. These are the next two, and then boom, boom. Because then from here, I do my stream for at least 2 hours throughout the night, and like within the stream, like just to go over some of this. Like I don't even necessarily have to go over. Well, I kind of want to. So I do my stream, and obviously we're gonna get to like all the things that options of streams that I can do from right here. But yeah, so then after that I can do 12 o'clock p.m. midnight. Oh no, that's a.m. I put p.m. 12 o'clock a.m. at midnight is edit and schedule. So edit my stream, my day in the life, and the content I shot from today, or like YouTube videos or whatever. Like just everything I did for today, I'm gonna edit it and just schedule it out. So that'd be like 12 to 2. That's a crazy schedule. And then like essentially 2 to 7 is my sleep time. I kind of want to stay up later than that though. That might be. I might run into like 3 to 4. I may just like no sleep, and then weekends I'm just be knocked as hell for most of the day, and then just go nocturnal. But yeah. So that's my weekday schedule. So then going into content, like I have here, I just wrote here content because I want to keep on track of like all the concepts of content that I have at my disposal. Because like I said, it's hard for me to just come to ideas of what I can do, but if I have like these structures of my content like written out, it's easier for me to get into these ideas easier and understand what I could do like very easily, even if it's just stuff that I'm just documenting of myself. Like it's still structures that need to be put out in order to make it make sense. Like so content for every, and I'm also doing it like this. I'm gonna try. So for content, shoot, edit, schedule, make clips on site or at midnight. So say if I'm shooting a piece of content like this, right? I either, once I'm done with the video, how I'm gonna do it is throughout the day. If I'm shooting videos like this, like content, because this is also, I'm also considering this content. Then once it's done, I can either edit, schedule, and make clips right then and there, or I can wait until midnight and add that to the pool of shit I need to like edit at that time. So those are my options that I'm giving myself. Obviously these are works in progress. Like we're gonna see how these things work over time and like document these things on a daily basis. So content, docu-series 3 to 6 times a week. This is one of them. I mean, I really think, I could really pump out like 1 or 2 of these every day for real. But I'm really just, and then just schedule them and just have a bunch of them stacked up on Patreon. Just, people on Patreon could just see shit from Mad in advance. But I think, I don't know, really it depends. Really 3 to 6, 6 to 12, I don't fucking know. Day in the life. 4 through 7 times a week. So day in the life is essentially, okay, so I mean, let me tell you, the docu-series is essentially just bits and pieces of my journey on a day-to-day basis of me drawing to try to build myself as an independent artist, and me just taking it and showing you guys. And that's one of these things. That's what this is, because I'm showing you my board that I just upgraded and just changed. So what's it called? Fucking golly. So day in the life, right? So that's docu-series, and that's for YouTube, right? And then I make clips of that. And then day in the life is I'm essentially shooting B-roll of my day on my phone, and then taking that and then doing a voiceover of like what I did in that day. So that's day in the life. So I want to make those like almost every day, basically, because that's kind of simple content. I could just shoot bits and pieces of my day, and then at the nighttime, just like make up a script or just go over it just top of my head and just like really just tell what I did throughout that day, really. So B-roll with hook is the next one. Essentially, I take the same kind of concept of the day in the life of me just shooting B-roll of my day. I could take any pieces of that B-roll I shoot in that day. I could take like a nice 3 seconds of one clip and then put a hook over it, and that's another piece of content. So that's where these two like flow in very easily, and I could like do that on a daily basis, and it'd be something very simple because all that entails would be like really just taking one or two clips and then putting a hook over it, and then music, putting it out. So that's pretty simple. Even within, this group of time, like within 1 to 10, I can put in a lot of editing in that time as well. So then films, 1 to 2 times a month. I want to make short films and start making feature films and just films in general, skits and stuff like that, and really start getting my foothold into my independent filmmaking journey, really. That's what I wanted to have been doing for a long time. So then YouTube videos. 3 to 5 times a week. So that could be any YouTube videos in the sense of just like I have a lot of different categories, whether that be a video of me reacting to something, a video of me, giving a commentary on something, a video of me, like IRL streams or like streams in general, or just different categories of stuff that I can do. Just YouTube videos that aren't docu-series videos, essentially, like 3 to 5 times a week. And primarily I'm doing those on my stream. Like if I'm doing a stream and it's like, oh, I'm reacting to this, that's like a YouTube video, but I'm shooting that YouTube video on stream, and then after the stream, I'm chopping that into an actual YouTube video, or just taking the raw clip and just having that be could be. So iPhone behind the scenes clip, 3 times a week. iPhone behind the scenes clip. So essentially, like say I'm recording on my phone. Say I'm doing something and I just like set up my phone and I'm just like talking to the camera, like my phone, like telling what I'm doing. That's essentially like what I mean by like behind the scenes clip. Just recorded with my iPhone. It could be it's like similar to like a docu series, but like a more shorter like version for on my phone. So then streams 6 times a week. So I'm streaming 6 times a week, and I'm putting the full stream on my Patreon, and then it's not gonna be anywhere else. Other than like the videos I make out of it and stuff that I put on YouTube of it. Hell yeah. So then streams. I then have a bunch of streams that I'm doing. And like these are the different like essentially, I mean, this is, I could really have titled this like streams and YouTube videos, to be honest, because this is like the same thing, in terms of like all the videos options that I could make. So what I put here is streams, and I put high value, community, and then learn/train. So when high value, make music, because making music is one of the main things that I need to be doing on my stream, and connecting to the audience, because that's the main thing. Like a lot of my audience is connected to like the music aspect. Documenting the journey, essentially just getting on my stream, and like streaming might me working on my craft, like what I'm doing now, like work, like I could have streamed myself like making this board. I could stream myself like rehearsing. I could stream myself like really just working on my craft in whatever way, and showing like the journey and the process of like building on that journey. So then talk about my journey. I could essentially just get on my stream and just talk about how's my journey going, like what's going on with it, like stuff that I've been through in the past and like stuff that has already happened, you know. So just directly speaking in that way. And this, I can definitely put YouTube video in here too. Reaction streams, then that's just me like obviously reacting to whatever it may be. Like it could be indie artist interviews, it could be like goth videos, it could be fucking movies, TV shows, whatever, it could be whatever. IRL streams, streams of me just going out and about and being out and about and doing different shit. In the Bat Cave, essentially, this is the Bat Cave, and me just in here doing different shit. Like I went to open this Chris Angel magic kit that I have, and like just do different things like in my room that aren't kind of just at my desk, just doing stuff on my computer. Community, right? So that's stuff that I'm engaging with the community. So interview slash hangout. So that's just me like interviewing or just hanging out with certain people. I'm primarily gonna do shit like that in my studio and do streams where I'm like interviewing or just hanging out with like different guests. IRL with people. Similar kind of hangout, but just like going out and about with like people or artists or whomever. Chat, hangout slash game slash listen to music. So that's essentially just listening. That's essentially just hanging out with you guys like directly on the computer, like directly on the stream, just like literally only just talking to you guys and just like playing games and like listening to your music and stuff like that on the stream. So then learn slash train, and this is essentially just really where I want to get into my bag of just like getting so much better at my crafts. Rehearsing, like I was talking about, like I could rehearse, make music, make films, learn about film, music, acting, guitar, drums, production, engineering, directing. So essentially just learning, whether it be on like any type of YouTube video or just like in person, of the things that I want to learn about, and just like learning with you guys as well, like together. So then review career progress, skate, learn to grow. So just different things that I want to do to learn and to train in, essentially just to get better at the things that I want to do. So then we go into a weekend schedule. So review previous week. So this is like the shit that it's the weekend right now. So this is the shit that I want to do on the weekend to prepare for the week, like to have shit already going during the week that I don't have to do, so that I don't have to like compile everything into the weekday. So weekend schedule, start with review previous week. So just going over the things that like what went on in the last week, what I should improve on, what I should keep doing, such and such like that, to just figure out how I can make the next week, the upcoming week, better than the last. So, and then just a lot of this next stuff is just shooting a lot of different pieces of content that is going to just be dropping throughout the week. So shoot 7 different pieces of music content. So I need to shoot 7 pieces of music content for one song and then have it each one go out every single day. So that's what I'm going to do this weekend. I'm probably going to try to do this stuff, like some of this stuff tonight. Shoot 3 times content rants. So that's just rants that I'm just talking directly to my phone that I'm going to have go out during the week. 1 time scripted storytelling. So one video where I'm doing like a scripted storytelling video where I'm in different places with different shots, just talking about my journey in a more of a kind of concise scripted kind of way, so that it can connect and really give like a really structured storytelling kind of aspect of my journey that I don't do as much. So that's why I'm doing 1 time a week, but I think that it works really well because I do so much like raw videos that I think having a more like structured storytelling shit to really encapsulate that story really would be good for my brand, to get a lot of people who might not be like super tapped in or kind of want more of an overarching kind of visual or understanding of what I'm doing here. 3 times YouTube rant. So I'm gonna do 3 videos of me talking about different topics straight on my YouTube like this, and they'd be like 10-minute long kind of videos. One time IRL stream. So on the weekend is when I primarily do my IRL streams because just more stuff happens on the weekend for real. So then one time SMS and email. So what that essentially is I have an email list and SMS list through my Rivet. So I want to start actually sending these like messages and emails of like updates and stuff that I'm doing. But obviously I need stuff to do, so that's why I'm trying to pick that shit up. But like that's why I wrote that there, so that I have a reason to contact my fan base and like let them know about what I got going on really. So Sunday specifically, rest, clean, do my laundry, and spend time with family. So that's my weekend schedule is looking like, and you're gonna try to stay on top of Sundays as much as possible, but obviously good amount of stuff to do on the weekend, so some of that might slip into the Sunday. So then monthly schedule, and it says there's two more: monthly schedule and then the board completion. Monthly schedule is stuff that I want to make sure that I keep track of doing every single month, getting completed every month. So 1 to 2 films a month. Drop like well, at least shoot 1 to 2 films a month. I'd say I want to drop them too, honestly, to be honest. 1 to 2 songs a month on all platforms. Rivet and Patreon commitment. So I have a commitment on my Rivet and Patreon of all the things the tiers get. So obviously I need to make a certain amount of content in order to fulfill those things. It's a certain amount of videos, certain amount of songs, certain amount of certain amount of exclusive songs only for Rivet, certain amount of songs that are gonna go out on all platforms. So it's like it's that commitment gives me more of a reason to really keep like staying locked in really. So that's what I need to stay committed to. One time music video a month. So I want to shoot at least one music video a month and drop it per month. 2 times acting / modeling gigs a month. That'd be fire. Yes, I want to get back into acting and modeling, and just having that kind of basis per month would be amazing in terms of getting on track with that and getting the ball rolling with that. So yes. So then the last thing I have here is board completion. So essentially, that's me keeping track of making sure that I'm completing my board every single day. So that's really like me completing my board. I mean, all of these days would be negative, but that would entail of me getting this is on the Sunday and Saturdays, and then like I need to put boxes on these actually. So it just really entails of me completing all of these things on what I need to do on a daily basis. And then obviously that entails then completing the weekend and the monthly schedule too. So with all of this going at a consistent rate, it is inevitability, especially like all that leaves is me to just deliver and create quality material, create quality arts, and to really put my best foot forward in terms of showcasing myself, in terms of showcasing what it is that I do, showcasing my message and my what I'm trying to push and show, and really taking this shit off and like making this shit go crazy. So I just have the utmost belief in this blueprint and what I have in terms of like just making this shit possible. Because within even just this isn't even just the end of it. Like I still have documents of like ideas of content pieces, documents of ideas of like streams, like what to, or like stuff to talk about directly in like my weekend content, like stuff to concepts of music, concepts of like rants and like scripts and stuff like that I have in my Google Docs. So there's like it just goes deep into it when you want to, and I'm gonna make a video on that too, but it just goes deep into it when it comes down to just making it happen. And you know, the more simple the better, so that you can actually look at this every day and not feel overwhelmed and not feel like it's too much for yourself. So that's what I say is the most imperative aspect of doing this, because you shouldn't just go after shit blind a lot of time, especially if you want to really make something like that that makes sense over time, and that like accumulates over time, and like you're doing the best kind of version of everything for yourself. You're mirroring the best creative and the best business that you can create, like then it's really something substantial. Because I run and gun for years and lost a whole lot of money, you know what I mean? In terms of like succeeded in terms of the creative, succeeded in terms of the you know, popularity, but struggled in terms of the actual business aspect and the actual like going up in terms of making income and growing this operation. So what's imperative is to have a structure, and structure beats motivation when motivation's not there. You're not always motivated, but if you can stick to that structure, whether you're motivated or not, then you're going to succeed and you're going to go and grow and grow and grow. So I believe in this structure, and I'm going to move forward with it to really give the full force of what I can um, try to do with it, really. So I encourage you guys, independent artists, to start building your structure. Whether you get a whiteboard, whether you put it on your notes, whether you put it in your documents, whether you put it on a piece of paper, whether you put it on whatever, put it on something, jot it down, and just start chipping away. Because I heavily believe in this, and you know, this is something that I just changed, but a version of this is what, you know, I have used in order to build my brands and build like everything that I've already done in my career. So just fine tuning it and really making it like right here and like in my face and like ready to like implement in that way is like very intriguing to me, and something that I feel like I'm going to take and really go far with. So I'm gonna show you guys on a daily fucking basis. I'm posting every day my journey, a documentary every day, and I'm implementing this every single day. So if you want to see how this goes and where this takes me, subscribe and keep following along on the journey for to get to an independent career. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks so much. Bye bye.